David Warner also reaching 52. And, both reaching the landmark in the last over just before this drinks break. Plenty of batting for the Australians to come. Smith, Bailey, Maxwell, Watson, Wade, Mitch, Marsh, right down to number 8. And certainly Stark, Coulton, Mile and Cummins are no bunnies, holding up 9 and 11. So plenty of depth there. I'm not sure if that depth's going to be tested today. So the pleasing thing is, after some early rain this morning, the sun is out. And we've got some cricket in. It's a shortened game. It's been reduced to 47 overs. So 2 bowlers would bowl 10 and 3 to bowl 9. Healthy run rate for the Australians, over 7. Stuart Thompson to continue. Oh, a bit of friendly fire. He's batted well, Burns. He's batted very well. He's timed the ball from ball 1. After that, well, we've spoken a little bit too soon as Warner finds the straight boundary. It's not a long one, as I said, but it's gone well back. So 6 to his total.
You were just wondering when Davey was gonna, he was gonna let loose. That's a fantastic shot there.
That's too short, but it's actually going to get a wicket this time. Niall O'Brien's under it and should take it easily. So in fact, probably a shortish ball that proved his downfall earlier in the innings. It's got him the first wicket. Now, will they be checking for the no ball this time?
It certainly looks like umpire Mark Hawthorne wants to have a look at the front line again. It would be just heartbreaking for Craig Young, I think, if he were to get Joe Burns for a second time and have overstepped. So a lot of nervous Irishmen with bated breath.
Burns is still hanging around it. I noticed actually when he nicked that one behind, he wasn't going to go, even though he pretty much middled it to the keeper. He stood there and waited to be given out. Now this is the moment of truth. Has he kept his foot behind the line? Yes, well done. 2 inches has saved him this time, and Burns finally will have to make his way off. It's an impressive innings actually by Joe Burns. 69 he made on his one-day international debut from just 70 balls. It was showed a lot of range of shots and real ability.
Burns departs Australia 139 for 1.
Batsman crossed, so now on strike, and he pulls the ball for 6. Huge shot into the pavilion. That's not the length to bowl. Ironically, it's got him a wicket, but now it's cost him 6.
Yeah, he might have got a little bit carried away, Craig Young, with the adrenaline of getting Joe Burns. And he's just dragged it down, and David Warner hasn't missed out. He's hit that a long way over. I think that's Ed Joyce at square leg. And if anything brings the bowler back down to earth, that does.
It just sits in the pitch at that sort of length. Added a dimension to the Irish attack. Slower ball, but well read by Warner, who's just dabbed that for 4. That was a deft little touch from David Warner. Shows he can ally the precision to his power.
Yeah, Tim Murtaugh's just rolled his fingers over this as an off-cutter. He's just got his line wrong. And Dave Warner, renowned for his power.
Warner seeking what looked like a fairly straightforward boundary, but he just hit it straight down deep square leg's throat.
Another short ball, getting the wicket for Ireland. We're having another front foot check.
Well, it's just nearly always pretty good no ball wise. I do actually wonder why bowlers, with all the technology they have at their disposal, and that's okay, do overstep. They do use a lot of lines and measurements to try and make sure their run-ups are exactly right. But this time anyway, Murtagh was behind the line and Warner is on his way back.
Very important wicket that. David Warner was starting to look ominous. But again, George Bailey comes in on the back of a very successful stint at Sussex. Quality player, good thinker of the game, and the pressure doesn't assist on the Irish bowling attack. But certainly they'll be very pleased with how they've bowled and fielded over the last 10 overs.
Yeah, it was a good catch by Ed Joyce. It was fairly straightforward, I suppose, but he had to make some ground to his left. You don't see those dropped so often now. I reckon 20 years ago, probably 4 out of 10 of those would have gone down. They practice their fielding so much. In fact, it caused quite a lot of interest when the Australians were practicing down in front of the main stand before the game, practicing the skiers. George Bailey on strike, and that's a good shot by Murtagh. Maybe just got outside the line, Bailey. Maybe just got an inside edge on that.
And there, no real feet movement. Two real minds of what he was wanting to do. Great catch there by Niall O'Brien behind the stumps. Good nick. Nowhere really Maxwell's gone there in the crease. Good reward from the Irish bowler.
You ready, boys? You ready?
Glenn Maxwell's gone for 2. Australia 170 for 4.
Shane Watson is the new batsman of the crease. The second all-rounder comes in. Been a long time, 188 matches at a healthy average. And a very good strike rate of 90.4. And it's just getting heavier, the rain here in Belfast. The umpires aren't budging. Very keen to keep the players out in the middle. Watson's out there because Maxwell was really playing a half-hearted shot, really. He was trying to push it off the back foot where really he should have been for the 139, but it was Joe Burns was the first to go at top edge. The pull shot presenting a simple catch. And David Warner taking on the square boundary and not quite collecting it. Ed Joyce out there at deep mid-wicket. George Bailey not getting in, showing lack of footwork, similar to Maxwell, going back to a ball.
There is a brilliant one-handed take from Niall O'Brien to his right. Delight for the bowler, delight for the Irish side. Australia 190 for 5.
They were sort of competing for the one-day international all-rounders spot, or at least in the test team they were. Mitchell Marsh averaging 32, hits a long ball, big tall guy, younger brother of Sean Marsh, of course, son of Jeff Marsh, who I played with actually at Fremantle in Australia, a season or 2. Swampy they used to call him inevitably. I wonder if they call Mitchell or Sean Swampy. Often the son inherits the father's nickname, as in Bluey Bairstow, for instance, Johnny Bairstow, son of David. Oh, that was close. Goodness, that was a tight lead from Mitchell Marsh, first ball. Big effect, so they were greater than some of their parts. Shot, that's what Mitchell Marsh does well. Bunts it over the mid-off and mid-off positions with a simple swing of bat.
200 up for Australia, and certainly looking at Mitchell Marsh as a physical specimen. He's a big man, strong man, and he's just parred that ball beautifully. Good straight bat over mid-off, 1 bounce for 4.
Shot by Shane Watson, that's club for 6. Such a powerful puller of the ball. Anything fractionally short, he's looking for it, he's looking to pounce, and he absolutely capitalised on that.
Short ball from Stuart Thompson and powered over mid-wicket into the crowd for 6. Just one of the things that the Irish bowlers can take from this is very often when they went for one boundary in the over, they followed it up with another one. and that ability just to readjust.
Old cutters and the odd Yorker and vary his pace to stop the batsman from predicting. The most important thing about bowling at the death is to be unpredictable. Not allow the batsmen to set themselves to hit in any particular direction. Oh, that's straight up in the air. That's a chance, is it, to long off. It's high, and it's easily taken by Tilly Murtagh. Well caught. A wicket for John Mooney with what's probably slightly held back, and Mitchell Marsh looking for those distant trees, but only getting the elevation and not the distance.
Yeah, John Mooney's just hit a length. Mitchell Marsh trying to repeat what he did in the last over to Stuart Thompson. This time the fielder back, and Tim Murtagh safe under the high ball. And a much needed wicket for Ireland. 214 for 6 now, Australia.
Mitchell Marsh out for 11. Let's have a look at Matthew Wade's record, number 8 for Australia. 14 for 6 is the score. And Watson on 20 at the other end, so try to give Watson the strike as much as possible. So he's played a lot, Matthew Wade. 48 matches for Australia, one-day cricket, average 22, 5 50s. Particularly excessive strike rate. Anyway, he's not on strike at the moment. Watson to try and see this innings through to some kind of respectability. 6 is a major disappointment after the start they had.